welcome to another episode of Gemma Darling Daily. I'm your host Danielle, and today we're going to talk about some fiber things. I haven't podcasted in a while, and of course I'm playing with my hair already. But I haven't podcasted in a while, and I'm really sorry. There's a lot going on. My husband's had a couple business trips, and with a 1-year-old and a dog, when your husband's away, it affects things. So I'm so sorry I haven't been able to get up here to my attic, but we've got some cool stuff to talk about, and I hope I'm going to keep this pretty short because I think podcasts have been getting too long lately, so let's keep it a little short. If you can see, I've got Mr. Pooper here. Oh, there he is. He's joining us for today's episode. He really cares about fiber. So, I guess it was like a month or so ago, I took a class with Lavanya Patricella to learn how to make socks because I have never made socks. And it's not that I want to be a sock knitter, it's that I want to be familiar with different types of things. So socks are a great way to learn short rows. Most of it's knitting in the round, which is not difficult. I wanted to try working magic loop method, which I'm not too fond of, but it does get the job done. And then I also wanted to try 9-inch circulars, which I think I might like because sometimes I'm okay with knitting with just my little fingers here. Some people like the whole longer sticks, but I can do it. So anyway, I made the beginning of a sock, and I think I didn't really know how to measure my foot in terms of how many stitches to cast on, so they were a little tight. I mean, they would have been usable, but I didn't want to put in all the time and then have them be uncomfortable. But I think I showed them my last podcast. These are the two colorways, and these are hedgehog fibers in their merino DK, and this one is nutmeg, and this one is bramble. And you can see they go together really nicely, really, really nicely. So I'm going to be striping those, and I'm going to try to cast those back on when I have some time, but I'm a little swamped right now with fiber art. So we'll see when I get to cast those on. Those are living in my Stitches Plus Pearls. Oh, exactly. Okay, so let's put that away, and I will keep you updated as soon as those socks start coming out. Please stop on Ravelry and visit Lavanya Patricella's page. She has really, really amazing patterns. She's a wonderful, wonderful person, and I like to support really good souls, and she's one of them. She's a great soul. So, Stitch Witch socks. And if you make them, I want to see them, so you have to tell me, and I'm going to meet you at Rhinebeck so I can see your socks. So keep me updated, okay? Next one, I'm taking her brioche class in July because there are so many patterns that I want to make, and then all of a sudden I look at them and there's some brioche in it, which it's amazing, right? And I tried it. It's not super hard. It's a little finicky, but it's not super hard. I kept forgetting one step, which would make everything, it was off. So I'm going to try again, and I want to do it with her because she is the princess of brioche, and I think that I'll really get it with her tutelage. So I'm taking a class at Do You Knit in July. I think it's at the end of July, and I think there are a lot of spots left. So if you live in the New Jersey area and you haven't been to Do You Knit in Westfield, New Jersey, which is my favorite yarn store, please stop by the website. I'll put it down in the down bar here and see, because Karen, who owns it, does amazing trunk shows, and she has great classes, and she just has a lot of prolific knitters that visit, and you're able to go and talk to them and buy their wares and things like that, and it's fantastic. So Lavanya, I'm really excited to take this class. I really, really, fingers crossed, am going to fall in love with brioche because I love everything you make, and I just want to be able to make it. Okay, so there's that. I was at Do You Knit in March, and Primrose Yarn Company was having a trunk show, and she literally brought enough yarn to take over. Karen has this little room on the side, and she just set up a tiny little store in there. Kelsey, of course, who owns Primrose Yarn Company and is the Fantastic, fantastic yarn dyer, and she's an amazing person. She's so much fun. Every time I go to one of those trunk shows, I end up just sitting there with her for hours laughing. She's hysterical. So again, you want to support these indie dyers, and when they have a great personality and they're a great person, it makes it all the sweeter. So Kelsey, I absolutely love you, and I love when you come to New Jersey, and you're coming to my house next time. So I wanted to show you what I bought, but I'm going to get that in a second. In the meantime, she had a shop update on Saturday morning, and I don't know if anything's left by the time I'm posting this, but if there is, she makes these outrageous fade kits. She's incredible with color. She went to art school for fiber arts. She knows her stuff. So if you are having trouble finding your fade and you need a fade for a project that you're doing, trust in Kelsey and buy one of her fade kits. You will not be sorry. You will not. And I think she does them in her MCN base and in her Adelaide merino singles, which I knit with all the time, and I love them. So that is my PSA. Trust in Kelsey, Primrose Yarn Company. Okay, let me go get the stuff. I bet this is going to make Pooper get up, but let's see. Okay. All right, I'm back. Probably going to have to get up 1,000 more times because I didn't really gather my stuff too well before I started podcasting today. Anyway, at the trunk show for Primrose, I bought Kelsey out of this one colorway. It's called Big Gruesome. Come here, puppy. Hi. Hi, say hi. Oh, there's his tongue. Everyone loves his tongue. And this is the colorway. I know the lighting is really bad today. I'm really sorry. It's just one thing I haven't mastered. And it's these browns, chocolate browns, caramels, light purples. It's absolutely exquisite, and I bought 9 skeins of it. And I am using one for a project I'm currently doing, which I will get to. I'm excited to get to. Any color you buy from her is amazing. But I could not tear myself away from this skein. This is called Nasty Unicorn. First of all, besides her new one called Grumpy Jello, this is the best name ever. Nasty Unicorn, ladies. Be a nasty woman and a nasty unicorn. So that's what I bought from her. 10 skeins. It was a good weekend. I came home, my husband's like, what's in the bag? And I'm like, nothing. I just brought this bag with me when I went, and I filled it and brought it home. Anyway, please go to her website, primroseyarnco.com. Okay, so something quite exciting happened. I was on Ravelry, and I have, certain people that are my friends on Ravelry, and it shows what they've favorited and maybe what they've put in their queue to make. And Kristy Glass of Kristy Glass Knits had put the Granito sweater by Hoey Locatelli in her queue, and I saw it, just because I was looking through to see what other people were doing. It just came up on the page, and I thought, I really like this sweater. It's a fingering weight sweater. It's a simple construction, a top-down construction, which I like because then you can adjust the length, towards the end before you bind off. And it had these detailing. It had this pucker, these 2 little strips. I don't know how to say it, what they are. It's a little pucker. It looks like a ridge. So it has some interest, and it has pockets. And let's face it, when something has pockets, you have to make it. Pockets are the best things in the world. Even if you just want your cell phone, a credit card, some money, maybe a lipstick, you have to have pockets, especially when you're a mom. Pockets are a really, really great thing when you're a mom. I'm just learning this. I've always liked pockets, though. I tried to put them in my wedding dress, and they wouldn't let me. I was so mad. Anyway, so I don't remember how it happened, but I think I contacted her on Instagram and said that I am going to make this sweater also. Maybe we should do a cowl. And she was really receptive to the idea. And so, I don't know if you've seen it already. We have a little video up on her YouTube channel. You can't miss it. It says Cal. And it's just, she came to my attic, and she was my first guest here in my little crafty haven. And we decided that we're going to fade the Granito because we really love Andrea Mowry and all of her fades, but we just weren't into the Find Your Fade shawl. It just, the construction of it just wasn't me. I wouldn't wrap myself in something like that. I just don't do that. But I loved the fade, and I loved watching everyone find their fade, and I loved watching everyone make them. Some people made 2 or 3. It's a great pattern. And I saw Andrea at Vogue Knitting Live. I don't think I spoke to her, but that girl is absolutely beautiful. And from her Instagram, you can see she's beautiful inside and out. And, you know, we want to support her because young pattern writers, you know, we're keeping knitting going. Not we, I don't do it, but like the fact that younger people are really interested in knitting nowadays, it's good for us. You know, it keeps your mind sharp, keeps your eyes sharp. And let's face it, we're a really great community of people, and so we should support one another. And, you know, Kristy had said she was waiting for the sweater to drop because when the Find Your Fade sweater, we heard that was coming out, we're all excited because, you know, the scarf wasn't really my thing, so I thought, okay, a sweater. But I still have a lot of baby weight, and I need to get rid of it. But I figured maybe I'd decide if I was having a second one before I did it. So kind of over here, that sweater pattern was a little too tight for me. So with the Granito and the idea for a fade, we said, let's fade the Granito. And we're going to. So please hop over to Ravelry, Kristy Glass Knits. She has a group page, and all of we're talking about the Granito. We're talking about fading the Granito, and a lot of people are showing us their fades, and they're going to join the Cal. It starts on June 1st, so please, you know, hop over, show us what fade you've put together, and we're just going to all keep in touch, and we're going to try to end it mid-July. It's not a very difficult pattern. Most of it, once you do the shoulders and you join it, it's just in the round, which is super great. So we figure maybe mid-July, we might extend it, but we're going to have a lot of great skeins to give away as prizes, so you want to do this Cal. You're not only going to end up with this adorable sweater that's really wearable and pockets, and we just really hope you'll join our Cal. So please, please hop over to the Ravelry page or tag us on Instagram. It's KGK Fadito. Fadito. Fading the Granito. Kristy came up with that one and I couldn't stop laughing. So, okay, join our Cal. Next on my agenda. Oh, do you want to see my fade? Of course you do. Okay, so new project, new bag, new pins, new fade. Because I really need glasses badly, and I am postponing going to get them, and these are magnifiers, so I can actually knit. And yes, I knit with them down on my nose like a little old lady, because little old ladies are awesome, let's face it. They're awesome. I wear pearls. Anyway, I started, because I'm a pretty slow knitter, so I cast on. I'm not going to show you that, though. But these are my colorways. And I'm going to put them all in the down bar because I don't remember the names of them, okay? So I'm going to be silent for a little while. That's not possible. This is Big Gruesome, which I just showed you in the skein. And that's going to be my main color. And that is going to fade into this gorgeousness from Hedgehog Fibers. Pinks and golds. Beautiful. And that is going to go into this from Yushitita. Look at that. Oh. And then that is going to go into this, which is Fool's Gold from Hedgehog Fibers. And that has a lot of little specks of blue in it. Do you see? So I decided, instead of continuing with all those yellows and golds, I was going to go into this. And this is a club colorway from Hedgehog Fibers. And if you're not getting club colorways from Hedgehog Fibers, you are missing out because they are absolutely exquisite. Okay. And this is from Yushitita also. which I believe is a fairly new brand. I'm going to put the name in the down bar. These are gorgeous yarns. Oh my God, her colorways are super exquisite. So if you can get your hands on some of this, please do. And I know that Do You Knit in Westfield, New Jersey carries them. And that's where I got a bunch of it. Can you see? It's like this purple with light purples and then pinks and specks of red and gold. And as I said on our little cowl video, it reminds me of the crocus that used to come up in my yarn when I was little. Oh, puppy's tired. We went to the park. There was a really cool art show in the park today. And we went to the park and I had to carry him for most of it because he's so little he would get stepped on. And I feel bad because he wants to walk around, right? But then I took him for a really long walk, and sometimes when he gets tired, he just looks up at me and is like, Mom, I'm tired. Pick me up. And I do. So that is my fade. So that's all I have done so far, but I don't get that much time to knit. I have a 1-year-old. If I get this sweater done, that's going to be a freaking miracle. But I'm trying. Okay, next. Let's look at some more whips, because that's what we're doing, right? All right. Okay. So, where is it? Did I bring it up here? I don't think I brought it up here. All right, well, I'll shoot a video later and insert it. I'm making a little boxy by Hoki Locatelli for my daughter, and I don't see it. All right, well, I'm not going to have that many whips to show you, I guess. All right, so I was doing an outline shawl by Beata Jizik. I don't know if that's how you say her name. She's the maven from Hedgehog Fibers, and she has free patterns up on hedgehogfibers.com. And free pattern? Cool. But I really, really love the outline pattern. So right now, I'm making 2 things with it. The first one that I'm making is with sock yarn from Hedgehog Fibers. And I started this. If you watch my first podcast, this is in it. And it's just a little bit of the brown. And I was a relatively new knitter. I mean, I had learned to knit years ago. My grandmother taught me. And then I just liked to knit things in a round. But then when I was 8 months pregnant, my mom asked me to go to one of the Vool and Vine trunk shows at Do You Knit. And I said, sure, let's go. And I really had a bad pregnancy. So this was like a big deal. And I blew up during my pregnancy. I was very uncomfortable. So when I went, I was super excited to not only meet Kristen, who was a fantastic person, an incredibly talented artist, yarn dyer, and I discovered Hedgehog Fibers. I had never had them before. I used to go to Michael's. So that's what my grandmother did. You just go to Michael's and you get your yarn. But this is the outline pattern. And of course, once it's blocked, it's going to look a lot different. And from the bottom, the colors are Damned Nation, Bramble, Swamp, and Pinky Swear. And then I'm going to put the next one is going to be Teacup, which is everyone's favorite colorway. This beautiful, beautiful, light creamy beige, with specks of pink in it. Okay, so I was super rudely interrupted when my computer just decided to poop out. But as I was saying, Teacup has all the colors of the outline shawl in it, and so I picked it pretty carefully. I don't know if these are colors that I necessarily would wear. Oh, sorry, puppy. But I think it's turning out pretty. So once it's blocked, it's going to look super different, and it's a really great pattern. It's a 30-stitch repeat. So every 30 stitches, it repeats the same thing 4 times from start to back, plus 5 stitches. So it's really easy to memorize because you're constantly doing it. I really love it. It took me a while to memorize it, and now that I have it memorized, I can do this while I'm watching the baby because I can stop if I need to, and I can look back at it, and I can read it and figure out where I am. So I can't wait to finish that, but I have to be honest, don't hold your breath because that's going to take a while for me. I have some stuff going on in the meantime, and I also have another version of the outline that I'm doing. And I wanted to use the chubby. I thought, no one really is posting a lot of patterns for the Hedgehog Chubby on Ravelry, and so let me just pick one of her sock yarn patterns and pare it down. So this is just one pass. That's the wrong side. This is just one pass, one 30-stitch pass of the outline shawl plus the 5 stitches at the end. So I took off, instead of doing 4 passes like it calls for, I'm doing 1, and it's making this beautiful, beautiful chubby scarf. And so this is the Chubby in Teacup. And I haven't decided what I'm going into next. I think I'm going to go into Harajuku. And then I'm going to go into Jelly. I always get mixed up between Jelly and Sorry Not Sorry. But Sorry Not Sorry is a lot more purple. So, and then I'm going to come back because I have 2 skeins of everything. So I think that's what I'm doing with that. But the Pinky Swear, so beautiful. This is not Pinky Swear, this is Teacup. Anyway, so, you know, but it's getting warmer out. I don't really want to knit with Chubby, but then once it gets cold out, you want all the projects you made with Chubby. So I'm trying to buckle down and get some stuff during the summer done so I can use it for fall. And this is just going to be one of those really, really squishy scarves that just wraps right around you. And it really is, I mean, look at this yarn. It's really, really beautiful. So that's another one of my whips because I am whiptastic and I have a lot of whips. Nothing I'm saying today really makes sense. So if you were expecting a podcast with any sort of cohesion, you're not finding that here. Very sorry. And then in the bag that I did not bring up here, I also started a pair of vanilla socks by Voolenvine, so I'll put those on Instagram so you can see them. I don't know. I thought I brought it up here. I guess I put it down. Did I put it down? Where is it? Nope. Not over there. Okay. Anyway, stash enhancement. I already showed you my Primrose. I have been getting so many Hedgehog Fibers Club colors, and I pretty much forgot to bring the ones that are in my bedroom to show you, so we'll see those next time. I did not prepare well. I'm so sorry. I have a 1-year-old. Anyway, these are some that I got because Hedgehog Fibers did a lucky dip, which is when they do, I guess they just have some club colorways that were left over or some misfit skeins that they just, you know, think are beautiful and people might want. Anyway, I don't remember what I got for what, but I'm going to show you 4 of them. This one I think I bought on simplysockyarn.com. It's one of their new colorways called Cheeky. And it is right up my alley. It's like Teacup's big sister. And again, cheeky, beautiful. Bits of purples, pinks, blacks. I love it. This one is called Sugar Rush. Really loud. For when you want that pop. This one I love. It just says Potluck. It doesn't even have a name. Look at that. And I got this in one of those, in the Lucky Dip. I love it. And then I got this one. And I don't buy a lot of their sock yarn because it's not that I'm not a fan, I just don't knit with it. So I'm making the outline shawl with it, and this might actually go in the outline shawl really well. Maybe I'll put that in it. Again, just a potluck, but it's got greens and pinks and browns and beige and beautiful. So that's that. I also today got my yarn box in the mail, which I had never gotten one before, so that was super exciting. And this is what came in my yarn box. Sorry, puppy, you're in a bad spot. So these came. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. It's like turquoise green. And these are by Three Irish Girls Yarn Inc. And let's see. It's 3, the number 3, irishgirls.com. And it's worsted weight. And I haven't bought worsted in so long. See, that's their tag. And I like Yarn Box for this. I mean, this is my first Yarn Box, but I bought a brand I wouldn't have access to, I wouldn't know about, and now I know about it. And it's beautifully squishy. It smells good. So my mom was like, oh, that's beautiful. It would be a great poncho for Franny. And I was like, take it, make a poncho for her. And she's like, no, I don't want to take your yarn. And I said, do it, make a poncho for her. What's great about Yarn Box, is that if you get, say, 2 skeins of something and you want a sweater's weight, a sweater's worth, sweater's run, you can go on their website and they actually sell the yarn if they have any stock left. So I think that's great. If I need some more in order to make something, I don't think I'm going to need more than this to make something for a 1-year-old. But if I wanted to make something for myself, I can go on there and they have like, I don't know what they call it, like a clearance sale or something. But this was beautiful. So thank you, Yarn Box. I'm loving it. And then Yarn Scout. Does everyone know yarnscout.com? Very, very good for getting hedgehog fibers if you don't have someone in your area that sells it. And I just had to buy this. This is a potluck for the hedgehog chubby. Look at this. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I love it, and we'll see what I'm going to use it for in the future. Okay, so those of you that love Kristy Glass like I do, obviously I love Kristy Glass. She wears this sweater called the Camaro, and it's a pattern written by Tanis from Tanis Fiber Arts, and if you go on that website, you can get runs of the colors for that sweater. They actually have kits that are made, and they give you enough yarn to make the largest size. So I ordered the run so that I could make it because I have to copy this sweater. Every time I see her wear it, I completely drool, and I just want to put it on with jeans and a hot pink purse and leave the house. So I ordered the run. This is what it looks like when it comes in the mail. So let's go through the colors. It starts out in the round from the neck, and it starts out with this color, and I don't really know what the colors are called. I'm really sorry. I don't think... Here we go. Okay. I think I'm doing this right. This is Ravine. Okay. This is Lotus. This is Chris Gray. I don't know which one. Okay, I think it goes this way. This is the Saffron. I love saffron. This is the Caramel. Now, I might have just mixed those two up, but this looks more like caramel to me. And this is the Garnet. Look at that. That's my color. I love this color. And then this is the Orchid. And this is called, I think it says Bison. And I don't really know exactly how they named it, but this has my heart. I love this color. And then I ordered the part for the bottom of the sweater and the bottom of the sleeves. The colorway is Stone. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it for me, so I may find something that's a little bit more oatmeal for that, or maybe like a tweed. But I ordered it because I want to see it in person, and if I don't like it, maybe I'll pass it along to someone. So, again, Tanis Fiber Arts. You can see the interview with Tanis on Kristy Glass Knits channel on YouTube. It's nice to see interviews with the people that you're buying stuff from because you get to know their story, you get to know how they started dyeing, and I think for a community of makers, that's really important. We like to know each other's stories. So hop on over to Kristy's channel. I think what she does is fantastic because she really works really, really hard for this. She travels everywhere. All the fiber festivals. She goes to people's apartments. She drove here to New Jersey. Just drove here, and she lives in I think she says Brooklyn. I'm not sure. That's where she lives, and that's not easy. I mean, we don't live far away. We live under 50 miles away from each other, probably only about 25. But it's such a congested area that it's really hard to travel. And she just was like, I'll come to you, no problem. She's really committed to this. And we all owe her a debt of gratitude because watching her channel is a lot of fun and we're all getting to really know each other. It's just something that I really love. So thank you, Kristy, so much. Thank you. How come they never go back in the same way? Okay. Another one done? Okay. So, I think that's it for all of my whips, and I know I had so many more, but I'll save them for next time, right? I think podcasts are getting too long, so let's just wrap this up. I have a couple announcements to make. Put on my glasses and read my announcements. Okay, so Karen Posniak from Do You Knit has talked to me about helping her podcast. A lot of people have been asking her to podcast, and so she and I may be working on something together, which I'm really, really excited about because that lady is so much fun. So stay tuned for that. Please hop over to the Kristy Glass Knits Ravelry page. Find the Granito Cal. We're calling it the Fadito. Find your fade. Get ready. We're starting on June 1st. Not June 2nd. June 1st, people. Have everything wound and ready to go. Let's see. Wool and Vine, Kristen Lehrer is going to be at Do You Knit in June. I believe it's June 23rd or 24th. Please look at the Do You Knit website and find out, because if you have trouble getting your hands on her yarn during her updates on Friday nights, you can go there to Do You Knit 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning when she has a trunk show and pretty much wrap your arms around all of Kristen's yarn. So, I mean, I think last time I left there with like 8 skeins of it, which I never would have been able to get during an update. So, if you are in this area, or if you were in the tri-state area here, please put it on your calendar and go to the Wool and Vine trunk show. You will not be sorry. And you get to meet Kristen. She's wonderful. She's super sweet, and she loves to see the things that you've made with her yarn. So if you've made anything with her yarn, bring it. Okay, again, Lavanya is teaching brioche at Do You Knit in July, and the class, I believe, last time I talked to Karen, the class was still pretty open, so if you'd like to learn brioche from a master, it's definitely worth it. I would look into it. Again, look at the Do You Knit website. We would like to give a warm congratulations to Legacy Fiber Arts. Legacy Fiber Arts started as a mother-daughter podcast. Well, just Chelsea actually started her own podcast, and then it became a mother-daughter podcast, which we all fell in love with because Chelsea and Sue are fantastic. And then they started dyeing yarn. And I haven't even been able to get my hands on any of it yet, but I cannot wait. So they just had their first trunk show, and I think I could have this wrong. I think it was at Must Love Yarn. I think that's the name of the store in Burlington, Vermont, and I'm pretty sure that they sold out in 10 minutes. I don't know. I haven't checked on it yet, but I'm going to have to check Instagram and give them a big congratulations. So a lot of people are doing our cal with their fades, so I'm not sure if they still have any fade kits available. I'm not sure how they sell their product. I know they do it in an Etsy store, and I'm assuming it sells out right away. But they do have fade kits here and there. So some people are going to do the Fadito Cal with the Legacy Fiber Arts, and I cannot wait to see it. It's going to be epic. And then I'm hoping that Kristy and I get to do some more Cal videos, because a lot of people have really responded well to our announcement about the Fadito, and one company even sent us something to give away as a prize. So we're adding to the prizes, people. There are going to be really, really good prizes, and there's probably going to be a lot of them by the time this cal is over. So get your Fadito ready. Get your fade ready. Get the Granito pattern. Get the pattern for the Find Your Fade sweater, which I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the pattern, but it's Andrea Mowry, and you have to learn how to fade. So even if you're not going to make that sweater, or if you are, buy that pattern, because that unlocks the secrets to how to fade. And I think that's it. So from all of us here at Gemma Darling, which is just me and the pooper, He's sleeping. Have a wonderful week. I'm going to try again to come do another podcast next week. We'll see if I can. Until then, please contact me on Instagram. I love talking to you guys. And please join our Ravelry group. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Puppy's tired. Bye.